Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca Gabriel from Sage Awakenings, your spiritual life coach and tarot card reader. Now, if you are a woman in midlife navigating change at the moment and you're looking for deeper clarity beyond this reading, then I invite you to stay to the end where I share with you about how I can work with you through my C program for women in the Sage Awakening Circle. So stay to the end and tune in to find out more. Hello Libra, let's get into your reading for the month of March. I hope you're keeping well, Libra, and thank you for listening to my message. And of course, if you'd like to know a little bit more about how I might be able to assist you, tune into the message at the end of your reading. Okay, let's get into it, Libra. What's going on with your energy? Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for Libra in March. What have we got coming up, Libra? Gosh, an interesting time. There's certainly some emotions going on for you at the moment, recognizing that there are things that you are saying goodbye to. We've got the card of loss here. Now, we know that it's emotional time because of these waves, but there is this sense of it's time to move on. Libra, what are you moving on to? Because I know you're struggling a little bit to do that. There is this sense that you're hanging on to things, and maybe you're in the month of March in that space of remembering the past, thinking about the things that you miss and that are not with you now. But of course, that's a difficult place to stay, Libra, because when we're focused on the past, we keep revisiting those energies and feeling that sense of loss. What you're doing is you're wanting to sort of play it safe, stay in your comfort zone, stay in what you know is familiar, because it feels safe to do that. But there's a part of you that's also wondering, well, what else? I'm looking for meaning and purpose in my life. I'm imagining and dreaming about how life could be better. But again, I'm kind of sensing that wishing, wanting, and hoping doesn't really put you in that place of making it happen. So be careful about staying too long in that energy of thinking about what was, and start to refocus your energy on the things that are going to lift you and bring you things that are more inspiring, enables you to be more joyful, more playful, and sort of a sense of relief that whatever was difficult, you are letting go. Now, I know this is going to require some conscious effort on your behalf in the month of March, my dear Libra. But just remember, the reason why all of this is happening right now, why you're feeling these emotions and having these memories, is because Spirit is guiding you and asking you and urging you to move forward. It's a time of improvement, of moving on. So transformation card, see that bridge there. Your life is set to improve. Now she's holding a scroll here, indicating almost like she's ready to matriculate. You're taking with you the lessons learned, the experiences that you've had. You're releasing what was. Believe it or not, prepared to let go of that past. But now it's about dreaming of what's going to be an improvement. But let's get something concrete out of that rather than staying in a space of just dreaming, wishing and wanting. So we do need to cross that bridge, Libra. And we need to be able to see a brighter future rather than hanging on to those worries. Now, sometimes we can feel a little trapped when we can't see the way forward. But you'll notice in this card here that the entrapment is purely the way we are focusing our energy, our mind, our thoughts. He's not trapped at all. He can get up and walk away. But I do feel and sense all of that emotion, and perhaps you're in a place where you're feeling somewhat overwhelmed at the moment. So let's see if we can create some momentum, some clarity here for you, Libra, so we can get you on your way to that new experience in your life. All right, thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. What else do we have for Libra moving forward? Yeah, this is a little bit of an internal wrestle at the moment. We've got the Devil card, so it's sort of sitting in our fears and our worries. And look, you know what? When we can face the truth of what we know that we were holding on to, what kept us in that space of feeling that we weren't free to be ourselves, well, it's time to release that. And indeed, Libra, I know you know that. You're ready to release the things that kept you trapped, that kept you in that space of feeling truly out of whack with yourself, not in a place of authenticity for you. So now, as you're moving forward, you're learning to embrace a little bit more of a spirit of adventure, learning to make new connections, finding things in your life that feel more meaningful, purposeful, something that you can enjoy, joyful. It's coming, and you're starting to have the courage to embrace that and to take a few steps outside that front gate. Being brave to try new things. The Nine of Pentacles is you recognizing that, hey, this new change isn't so bad after all. We've got the Nine of Pentacles is all about improvement and also valuing what you have in your life, seeing your environment with new eyes, new energy, and new freshness. Everything is starting to feel lighter. Great. So it feels to me like you've crossed the bridge now. So if this hasn't happened already for you, Libra, this is what's going on for you in the month of March, where you're crossing that bridge to something new in your life. Now we have the High Priestess. So we're moving from a place where you felt trapped, emotionally down, perhaps a little bit depressed. We've now got the High Priestess energy. You're listening to your higher wisdom. Now, this is trusting your intuition and trusting your inner knowing. At first, you may feel you don't necessarily want to share this with the whole world, but you're allowing your inner guidance to lead you. You're trusting in it now, whereas before perhaps you were more affected by your environment and more in a space of self-doubt. But I see you working through this, Libra, which is really beautiful. You know, the Nine of Pentacles always reminds me of that feeling of spring, where you start to really value what's important to yourself, doing things to nourish yourself, and stepping into an environment that feels fresh and new. Okay, love that. So pulling some more cards here for you, moving forward. Being in this interesting space of the moon card. So, you know, we do have a full moon too at the minute, but as I record this, the moon card is, do you have the courage to see the truth, your truth, the shadow side, the things that you've been afraid to look at? And this is really about taking responsibility for your thoughts, your choices, your beliefs. This is allowing yourself to be in that space to examine and self-assess, not from a place of judgment. This is just from a place of awareness. Are you happy to be in that space with yourself where you can truly see where you may have held yourself back in the past? And so awareness is really important, because if we're not aware, we can't change things. But I feel like you are prepared to do the work now. So 8 of Pentacles. This is like giving yourself some tasks, some things to focus on, new projects, getting ready to create tangible change. So we're no longer sitting there wishing and wanting life to be better, you are now getting into that place of, right, I'm going to set myself a few goals here. So that's really great energy, Libra. So slowly you're working your way through getting yourself unstuck, seeing things from a different perspective. So indeed, I love turning this card upside down. Can you challenge yourself to approach life with a different sense of energy? Because indeed, we can't change the past unless we're prepared to do things differently, Libra. And that's your challenge. So not that there's pressure in terms of time, but if you want to cross that bridge to a new life and something that's fresh and inspiring and is going to lead to you learning new things, experiencing new things, then we've got to see our life differently. We've got to unchain ourselves from the way that we've always done things, or at least in that last chapter of your life. This is time to do things differently. Think about things differently. Really sort of put on a cloak that's going to enable you to test the waters for being a different version of you. So, breaking free from being in all of the emotions of wishing and wanting is what we need to do. So, I still feel you pondering about where's my meaning and purpose in life. So let's explore this a little bit further. Can you break through this time of deep emotional reflection, recognizing it's so important to let go the way things have been unfolding in the past? It's like it really truly is time to do something different. And for some of you, you are actually going to be moving locations. So, to leave this comfortable environment of what you know does require you to cross that bridge. So for some of you, you are definitely considering moving, creating change in and around you. Yeah. So perhaps it is time, if you haven't yet gone through that process, to start imagining what that looks like and what that feels like for you. For Libra, please. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Yeah. I love using multiple decks because it really does re-emphasize the message that your Spirit Guides and Angels want to bring through. So this is regulating your emotions. So second chakra, Archangel Ariel here is to help you feel what you need to feel from a place of empowerment, not overwhelm. This is about acknowledging what you need to create emotional calm, regulation, and even perhaps ways to express yourself. Very important. This is about getting out of the head and back into the heart. And indeed, for some of you, there may be someone around you who is helping you in that way. They're helping you to feel again, to feel loved, to help you to be more compassionate and less judgmental of yourself, less down on yourself. So how lovely is that? If you've got a special person in your life, just know that they're there to support you, to help you reconnect. And if there isn't anyone, then indeed this is a sign for you to be in that space of trusting in your heart, being compassionate with yourself, doing things that are going to nourish your emotional well-being. Because indeed we've got the travel card again, that journey, that bridge crossing is so apparent in the month of March. Where are you going? Where would you like to go? I know you're ready. You've got your bags packed. Maybe you're halfway across that bridge already. And the best way to move forward is to take as little as possible. You don't need the past. It's not going to serve you. So trust in the light, trust in what your heart is guiding you to, where it's guiding you, and use that as your guide rather than listening to everybody else or doing what you think you're supposed to do. You'll figure it out as you go. And when you trust in your heart, you'll know how to make the right choices. But just know that this new pathway forward doesn't require you to take the beliefs of the past, the thoughts of the past, the experiences of the past. They stay in the past, Libra. Okay, I would like to pull some cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck for you. Thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels, for Libra. Gosh, so if we can see this as a beautiful opportunity to explore and to be curious. And you know what? Be less focused on figuring everything out straight away. This is more about the journey. This is more about how you are managing yourself moving forward and giving yourself plenty of time to enjoy the transition, enjoy the journey, explore things for yourself, Libra, that are going to bring you joy. Look at new things for you, new activities, hobbies or interests. This is about joy and happiness. It's about focusing on you. So that's the energy that we're looking for here. Enjoyment, filling up your cup. It's not a race to get to the other side. Alrighty. We had one jump out. This is about discernment. Okay. So again, you may not know what is ahead. You don't need to know everything right now. Trust yourself. Trust what feels right for you. Trust your inner knowing. Trust that you have the capability. You've got the courage. You've got the inner knowing. Trust what feels right for you. Feel into your body and feel into your heart as a way of being able to guide you forward. This is not about having all the answers right this moment. Not for much. As I said a minute ago, it's all about the joys and pleasures of life. Give yourself a break. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy new experiences. Enjoy the adventure of what can be for you, Libra. And allow yourself to protect your energy and do things at a pace that feels right for you, which is what is meant by boundaries here. It is okay for you to say no to some things and yes to other things. Just know this is about self-nourishment. Manage your boundaries of what it is that you need in this moment. And if you need to step away from the hustle and bustle of it all, then go ahead and do that. Trust that you know what is best for you, Libra. Okay, a few cards and guidance from the Guardian Angel Tarot for Libra, please. Yes, so 8 of Abundance. It is a time of learning and honing your skills. So I liken this to be similar to the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, exploring new things. So it may be that you take up new hobbies, new projects, and you enjoy doing that. So it's about feeling inspired. You might want to learn new things, take a seminar or a course of some kind, explore topics through reading or getting on YouTube. It's about educating yourself also on the healing arts. And perhaps for some of you, it may be a time where you want to change your direction in terms of your career or, I like that. Okay, beautiful. We don't need to take that further there. All right, where else do we need to take this reading for Libra? Okay. All right, there it is. I want to pull some cards here from the Power Tarot deck for Libra. Okay, so we're getting the courage to do you. Beautiful. Okay, So moving forward, thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Well, as I've been saying, this is about making choices from your heart space, not from your head. Now, for some of you, if you happen to be in a relationship, good news. There's some beautiful emotional commitments happening here. Now, someone does care about you. And don't worry too much about the gender. This is about the gesture of somebody wanting to move towards you, to show and express to you how much you mean to them and how they would like to support you, how they are sort of connecting with you on a heart level and emotionally aware of where you're at. So perhaps they're pretty good with the empathy. This is really a time where you're experiencing for the first time in a long time the power of love and trust. You are softening your heart and your protective layer to enjoy love, to enjoy the good things in life. Remember this card here. So if this has been something that you feel hasn't been a part of your experience for a long time, now is the time. This is where you can let go of all of the fears and worries of the past, because you're stepping into new energy that feels more playful, more exciting, more inspiring. So trust what is coming through here in this new energy, in this new place that you are finding yourself, either physically or energetically or spiritually. This is a place of milk and honey. So take it as it is for your particular life. This is a general reading, of course, and if you like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. If you are not in a relationship, this is about really loving yourself and doing what you can to nourish your emotional well-being, because as you improve your energy and your energetic vibration rises, that's what you attract into your life. Okay, for Libra. Beautiful. The Chariot card here. So with this new sense of energy and new life, ideas are coming to you. So we've got the Chariot card here. So for some of you, this is about deciding to start afresh with your business or your career or a job. It's new directions that help you to improve, because this new season of your life is about improvement. It's about taking things to the next level and acknowledging yourself as well as being acknowledged by others for your success, for your skill, for your strengths. And this is time for you to receive that acknowledgement. So stay determined to commit to you in the pathway forward. You're in a beautiful place of growth and change. This is not scary. This is beautiful. This is helping you to move on to better things. I just so love this reading. It just keeps getting better and better. The Empress card has shown up now. This is truly the way to adopt this beautiful, nourishing energy of nurturing yourself, of seeing the Empress as yourself. Okay, this is about birthing new things in your life, and the guidance is it's time to act. So you're well beyond that place of wishing and wanting things to change. This is now, March is about doing you, getting things done, trying new things, allowing yourself to be creative. Now, when we look at the sacral chakra, even though we are experiencing emotions and that ability to express ourselves, it's a very creative energy. Well, so too is the Empress, creating new things. So you may have moments of feeling inspired and trying new things. Well, great, I love that. It's also about abundance and choosing to toss out the old in your life, literally toss out the old and replace it with something new and something that's of better quality. Take that as you will, but Improvement means better quality, better standards, raising your standards. Fantastic. All right. March is looking really strong. March is looking like an improvement all round. So I can hear you say, well, thank goodness for that. Let's keep it positive. Let's be in that place of envisioning all of the pleasures of life, of what just allows you to feel that sense of freedom and wellness in your life. Do remember to connect with nature. It is so good in terms of your healing journey. I'm pulling a card here from the Gaia Oracle deck for you, Libra. Now, you know what? This idea of being on the search for new meaning and moving away from that feeling of being lost and confused, because that's where you have been. I feel like you've arrived, or you're in that process of arriving. So, you know, it's a number 6 card, and in the tarot, the 6 of Swords is definitely that decision to move on to something better. So let's take a quick look at this. Why are we revisiting this right now? The days of our lives are forever changing. Just like the 4 seasons of nature, spring follows summer, then autumn and winter. The cycle starts once again. This is very much, again, speaking about crossing that bridge into something new. You are moving from the winter season. You are moving from a chapter in your life that had felt like it had stalled. It felt dry, and nothing was being produced, and perhaps during that period of time you felt like you had lost your way. And however, the search, whilst you may feel that you're still searching, I really want to emphasize to not focus on having all of the answers, but rather see this as embracing spring, because spring is now arriving for you in your life, Libra. So to me, this is about looking out to the horizon and envisioning what it is that you want to create for your life, and just going with the flow of it all, keeping your vibration high, and knowing that it's so important to focus on the light, and also to allow the light to shine on you, because new ideas are coming to you, new inspirations, and a new focus of some kind of love, person, project, focus in your life. All is well for you. You're experiencing a change of season, and things are starting to clear. Your heart is opening. You are on the right path, Libra. I'm going to leave the reading at that. It's a beautiful reading. It's a change of season. Stay with it. Keep going. We want flow. We want momentum. This is a time of tangible change. You can see it. You can feel it. You know it. Let's go. Now, if you would like a personal reading to get a little bit more clarity for you specifically, or some extra support, please reach out to me. Now, if this reading has helped you in some way, I'd love you to let me know. Hit that like button, leave me a comment, and if you're not subscribed, please do that too. And for those of you women who are in midlife, looking to have some connection with other like-minded women, or you'd like to know a little bit more about how I can support you, stay tuned for the message that's following. Take care, Libra. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now. I wanted to speak to those women who are in midlife and experiencing quite a bit of change. Now, if this is you, you may be someone who's realizing you're reassessing your values. What used to be important to you no longer is. Things are shifting and changing. You're realizing that your health and well-being is really important to you, and you've got some decisions to make in terms of how to move forward and prioritize what matters to you most. Now, this can bring up a whole lot of different feelings, thoughts and emotions, because change is uncomfortable. Yet at this time of life, in this season of our life, we are ready to commit to ourselves to do that inner work. Now, if this is you and you know you are absolutely ready to commit to your progress, your own personal evolution, and to start living more like your true self, then I'd like you to consider some options that I have where I walk with you through this period of time to help guide you, support you, give you a little bit of educational content as you move through this season of your life at your pace. I have the option of a 12-month program that really is very transformative. It helps you to build that base, that beautiful foundation where you know that you're living with more balance and calm. From there, life becomes a lot clearer about your strengths, what's important to you, and how you'd like to move forward. Creating that beautiful sense of self-awareness and reconnecting with the truth of you is a very important part of the process. And it doesn't happen in an instant. It takes some time. It takes self-discovery, exploration, and commitment to you. But ultimately, you come out the other end with a greater sense of knowing who you are, feeling more empowered, and a stronger version of you that is a great match for who you want to be and how you'd like to move forward in your life. Now, if this sounds like it's speaking to you, I've got some information below, and I'd love to be able to have a conversation with you to discover more about what's most important to you and how I might be able to support you. Then, of course, there's others of you out there who are looking for a lighter touch point, perhaps a once-a-month opportunity to meet with other women online who are just like you, exploring that space, wanting to reconnect, wanting to feel a sense of social connection with other people, but also have some sense of structured spiritual guidance and educational content to help you move through this transitional time for you. Again, that is something that I might be able to help you with, and it's called the Online Sage Awakening Circle. So my friends, if this sounds like it might be just what you're looking for, reach out to me and let's have a conversation. I'm sure we can discover a little bit more about what's going on for you and how I might be able to help you.